Hello guys, in this video I will create a React component from scratch so that you can have an idea how things work in React development. Okay, so what we are going to do is we will be creating an attendance sheet component, and if you want to visualize, so imagine there is a table like structure here. So first column we have admission number of students, and in second column we have the names of student, and in the third column let's say we have a input checkbox, so for example if they were present or not. So idea will become more clear as I will design this. So without any wasting time, let's do it. So first of all, I have created this dummy component here. This is just dummy component. It is just an h1 here. So attendance taking sheet component, and notice the camel case here. So first letter is also capital. So I have created this component in this features category, and we have inside attendance. So we have created in here, and I want to import it in app.jsx so that we can see how it looks. So here we know how to import. Actually importing will happen automatically. Let's just start typing. So it is attendance, and here you can see it is giving me the suggestion. So just hit enter or tab. So as you can see, it has imported automatically. So let me just complete it, and if I save it now, here you can see the sheet is here, and basically it is coming from this. So right now it is just a dummy component, and there is no styling at all. I have just linked the style sheet and there is no styling. So I will be starting from scratch. Okay, so let us start. So first of all, let me create a basically row for heading. So we can create a maybe a div for now, let us say. We can also create an header element. So let us actually create an header. It is more better. We can also create a div, it's same thing. And let me create some h3. So first field is admission number, and then second one is the name of the student, and the third one is actually what do we say, present. So if the student is absent or present basically. Okay, so let me save this and see. Right now they are coming in column. We will make it in a row when we will do the styling and all that stuff. For now, let us create the basic layout. Okay, so let me create one more row for student. So we can do a div element, and that will be having some student details like let me do a span here. So for example, the admission number is let us do it like this. Great. So let me create for name. Suppose the name is okay, and then we need an input. Let us do it inside a span. So it is input of type basically a checkbox we want. So like this. Name we can give it maybe present, and ID also. Great. So let me see how this is. So this actually, because of span element, this actually is coming in one line, and we also need to apply some styling. We will do that, but let me just copy paste this one more time, and then we will apply the styling here. Great. So let me apply some basic layout styling. I will not be styling this very, let me apply some basic classes, like let us take this here and hide this one. Okay, so let me create a class for what do we say, header, or actually attendance row. let me create a class row. So basically this will make all the elements in a single row. So we can use flexbox here. In simple terms, if I do display flex and then maybe a gap of, let us say, 16 pixels for now. I have already imported it, so let us use it here. So how do we use it? We class name with curly braces and then styles dot name of the class. In this case it is a row. Let me save it, and yes, it is working. So as you can see, both these three things are in a single row now. Great. So let me do this one more time in this div as well as this one. Dot row again. Great. So it is kind of looking way better than before, but it has actually a problem, because if the name is big, you can do maybe things like flex justify content you can use, so maybe space between, but this will create problem. Right now, as you can see, this name and this name actually is not aligned, because the name text is smaller here, but the name actual name is bigger, and this also is not aligned properly. So with this flexbox we have a difficulty here. So I just wanted to show you. You can also do, if you want to strictly do it with flexbox, then you have to basically define there is a property called flex basis. Okay, flex basis. So you need to define this on this as well as on all these elements, basically all the child elements. So there is a better way to do it by using grid. So I am going to show you that. You can do it like you can do with flexbox, but let me show you by grid. This is interesting actually. So let me delete this one for now, and we will make it as display grid. Okay, and now in grid layout we need to define some columns. Okay, so the property is grid template columns. So this property we use to basically define the columns. So in simple terms, suppose I want them to be basically evenly. So I want to create 3 columns that are of equal size. So I can use auto 3 times, basically like this. So this will create 3 columns, and it will automatically set the width of 3 columns. Let me show you first. So this is how layout is not right now, but it will become. So let me just make it a little bit bigger so we can see. Okay, so here as you can see, let me inspect this so that you are able to, where is it? Let me give a gap. Let me also give a gap of, let's say, 12 pixels. Here you can see the grid. Let me highlight it. Here it is, and even this one. Let us focus on this. So here you can see the grid layout like this. So we have basically divided this row into 3 columns, and the width of column is set equally because of this property. We can also provide static values here, like suppose 50 pixels, then maybe 100 pixels, and then let make it 20. So just, and now if you see here, it is actually a bit small. Now if you see here, this middle one is longer than first and third. So this is because we have first one is 50 pixels, second one is 100, and third one is 20. Okay, so we can also use fraction unit here, so that it will be more beneficial actually. So I can write 1fr, 1fr and 1fr. This is actually the correct way of doing this. Let's put a semicolon, right? So this is actually a correct way of doing this, and you know, yeah, this works like this. Okay, we can also set this to 2fr in between. So what this will do is, basically what I have done is divided my width into total of 1 plus 2 is 3 and 3 plus 1 is 4. So I have divided my width into 4 units. So 1 by 4 is occupied by first column, this one. 2 by 4, basically 50% is occupied by this column, name 1, and 1 by 4 is occupied by present. So this is what is happening here. And now as you can see, it is left aligned. All of them are left aligned. Earlier it was not so. Now if you want left aligned, you can basically keep them as it is. You can also basically make them center. So justify content, let me see if this works. No, it doesn't. So actually we need to text center, or we can do text align center. I think this should work. Yes, it does. So this is how we can use grid layout to basically make this layout. And I'm not wasting much time in CSS because I want to make you understand React, right? So we will be focusing on React